Hi, Scorpio. Good morning. It's the morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Let's see what the universe has for my glorious Scorpio. I have officially been logged on for an hour. No one has pinged me. Watch us start this reading, everybody and their mother. Hey, Alex. Hey. All right, we see the Page of Cups. A love offer. I feel like it's coming in at the right time. Nine of Wands, Nine of Wounds, baby. The wounds, baby. Ooh, Nine of Swords. Stressed, worried. I'm hearing, Scorpio, that you're in need of a good time. Now, that just sounds all kind of wrong, but y'all take the light out of that and just go with it, okay? Ooh, child, Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups. Hey, Emperor, Three of Swords. I feel like somebody was trying to control the sun. They were heavily, highly controlling to the point of suffocation is what I'm hearing. So you got the Page, the 2 to 3, which is good. 7, illusion and delusion. Yeah, somebody was in their head coming up with all kinds of fantastical images, concerns, things that weren't there. You know, and I know fantastical is not a word, but it is today. But I kind of feel like somebody was under some sort of deep illusions related to their past. And I feel like, and I'm going to use this word, I don't use this word a lot, but I also kind of feel like this person was petrified of being hurt, petrified of being controlled. So it was almost like someone was really afraid of being controlled, like in their past. So their remedy for that was to be more controlling. It's like, I'm going to out-control you. Okay. Scorpio, I hope this is not you. You have Mars there, which you are ruled by. But, you know, Mars is courageous to a fault, right? And I say courageous to a fault because sometimes we do need to stop and look and survey where we are, like, did I need to just stage World War III, you know, in the produce section of Walmart, right? In other words, stop and take a minute to make sure that your actions are justified, right? Why are you going to war in the produce section? Okay. And the double nines, right? The nines, fulfillment, like reaching that breaking point. The Nine of Wands is like, yo, we're almost at a standstill. The 10 of Wands is being at that complete standstill. Like, all right, yeah, we can't go any further than this. The Nine of Swords takes the Eight of Swords and just ups the ante. Right? So not only was somebody in their head about illusions and delusions, but they just took it to another level. And then you add on the mix of the Emperor and all of this. Ooh. But you have the Emperor sitting there, confusion, emotional confusion. So yeah, I kind of feel like the source of all of this chaos and mayhem, emotional chaos, emotional mayhem, was the root of it was your emotions. So I feel like this page makes absolute sense with the 3 and the 2, because it's almost like, okay, Scorpio, you done went way left, which this is my right. You went way left. Now it's like, okay, start to reel it in. Start to come on back to the group or come on back to an emotional connection. So this is a weird message from my angels, because I'm hearing it's almost like someone was just triggered by their past but their past wasn't present, right? It's almost like somebody comes back from your past, they trigger you. Okay, cool, makes sense. This, in this situation, was being triggered by the past with no culprit. Nobody came in to trigger you. But what triggered you specifically were your thoughts and your emotions. And God help all of you who found a beautiful, nice, warm, comfortable place to get all up in your head. That might have been judgment. I'm just saying. It might have been. I'm sorry. All right. So now that this Page of Cups is here, it's funny because my angels just said, look, notice the fish is in the cup. Fish is in the cup. And you just talked about reeling it in. Okay. So yeah, somebody was on the deep end of their emotions. I don't know why. It could have been a triggering event. It could have been because they were being really controlling. It could be because they were afraid of being really controlled, right? Whatever that cause is or was is going to differ, obviously, for everybody. But I feel, again, with the double nines, yeah, it's kind of time. It's kind of time to get over this. Yeah, I see the Raggedy Three of Swords sitting there. But I feel like, again, somebody was trying to control the emotional current in a situation to avoid or prevent getting hurt. And then, in turn, they over-controlled themselves right out of a loving situation. Okay. Scorpio, doesn't that sound like you? Controlling yourself right out of a loving situation. So, yeah, I have 2 3s here, right? Third party. Like in the beginning, it was good because we was all in love and being happy. But once somebody got a hold of fucking control, it turns deadly, right? The swords in that heart. 3 swords in the heart, not a great outcome. Okay. My angel said, don't say control no more. I think they get the point. I was wondering, when I said it could turn deadly, I wondered if the death card was going to come up. The death of your wounds, the death of your guardedness. Yeah. All right, angels, I may have to say control about 4 more times. Queen of Wands. The World card. Yeah, look at this bitch. 8 of Swords. The Fool. Ooh, double of 7 of Swords. 5 of 3 and 7 is 10. Okay, 9, 8, 8 here. Interesting. I feel like somebody was being deceitful. I'm gonna say this. All right. I feel like somebody was, for some reason, really insecure. Queen of Wands is vain, right? She's narcissist, right? She's always in the mirror, checking her hair. Is my crown okay? Is my cat fed? You know what I mean? Yeah, somebody has self-image problems. Okay. And I kind of feel like this person may need a lot of love, right? A lot of reassurance. Oh, girl, you look good. Oh, yeah, your crown is extra sparkly. Look at your wands. Those flowers or leaves are growing quite nicely, girl. You know what I mean? Like somebody was needing extra assurance. God, this person is deeply into their looks. Now, here's the thing. I don't like the term narcissist anymore because it's so it's so overused, right? But narcissist really is somebody who's just deeply in love with themselves, right? I guess the vanity part of narcissism. They're heavily into their looks. I mean, they can't go to the store without a full face of makeup, or, dudes got to put on their Jordans. Gotta take a shower, gotta put cologne on. It's like you just going to Walmart to get tomatoes. Why are you getting all done up? I'm also getting here, if this is a loving relationship, somebody feels like their partner lost attraction for them. Ooh. 3 of Cups and the World card. Yeah, I kind of feel like this situation became all about image instead of love. 8 of Swords with the 2 of Cups. Come on. That to me is a bunch of expectations, or a bunch of, what do you call that? Projection, right? Oh, well, you don't hug me no more because I put on 10 pounds. What is that? It's almost like they're putting words into your mouth, and they were stuck in their head. Angels just said trapped in their head, trapped in their own illusions of your view of them. Interesting. Maybe somebody's trapped in their view of you. Oh, you always argue. Or why you always gotta say it like that? Or why you... That's that 8 of Swords, Moses. Jesus. Moses. Claude. Peter. All right. I got that one. It's double 7 of Cups. That's illusions, delusions, confusion, having multiple options, being emotionally clouded, being very emotionally lax. 7 of Cups is also my in love card, but there's nothing around it indicating in loveness, especially with the 3 of Swords and 7 of Swords. I feel like you both put up a wall. You both put up a front. 5 of Wands and the Emperor card is struggle and power. What is that? Power struggle? Struggling over control. Okay. Yeah, everybody was faking the funk here. Nobody was being real. You know what I mean? And you have some culprits here, right? You have the 7, the 8, the 9, 7 and 3 is 10, right? So I want to say this was one person, but I don't think it was. I think it was 2 of you, both in your heads, with your fantasies about what the other person is doing, about how the other person feels about you, about how the other person treats you. And for some of you, there was this facade of a third party. You know, either you being deceptive, like, oh, I'm talking to somebody else, or you thinking, oh, they must be talking to somebody else, right? It was, whatever this situation was, there was deep mirroring. I did it, you did it. Mirroring here, right? 6 of Pentacles, which means you got 3 pentacles. You got them turned over. I got 3 pentacles. They somewhere in my car under the seat. It was almost like you were not coming together in a happy, loving, coupled union. It almost even feels like dog eat dog. Not only that, but with the Queen of Wands here, that's my cattiness card, right? And the Queen of Wands is beautiful. I'm talking Halle Berry. Who's a cute actor to me? Not the normals. Everybody says Idris Elba or Denzel Washington. I think they're handsome, but they don't do it for me. Anyway, you know, there was some sort of stress over attraction. Whether you were, you know, not happy with your looks, you felt like they weren't happy with your looks, or in actuality, they were not happy with your looks, or yeah, maybe you got your lips done and now you walking around looking like a goddamn guppy. No offense. No offense if that's your shit. Like, own your shit. Angel said the fish. Again, fish references. Maybe I need to have fish and chips for lunch or something today, because this is a fishy reading. But it was almost like there was just so much turbulence in whatever the situation was. And at the beginning, it's almost like Definitely the Page of Cups. It's not the King. It's not the Queen. Hell, it's not even the Knight. Right? So it was almost like a little love was given. Six of Pentacles. You know, Six of Pentacles is breadcrumbing. It's like, here, take this three cents and go buy you a burger. Right? It's like, what the fuck am I going to do with this, Claude? Okay. Somebody was being overly guarded, being defensive, being protective of their looks, of their esteem, of their vanity. I feel like the stress is reaching a breaking point. And the World card kind of says, listen, whatever this shit is, whatever the Nine of Wands is, whatever the Nine of Swords is, we gonna have to wrap it up, and get back to happy, get back to our inner happy. Two of Cups kind of feels like, yeah, this is relating or speaking to some sort of tight bond, emotional connection. Whether it's a lover, a cousin, a sister, a best friend, you and your dog are on the outs. And the Fool card is the leap of faith, the starting from scratch, starting from zero. But there's a strong message here, right? There's a ridiculously strong message here with these Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, and a Five of Wands. Control cannot be overly used. Now, angels just said, listen, if you want to control something, control your emotions, or control this, inner bashing, or control these negative thoughts, or control your past, as in bring your ass out of it. All right. Eight of Swords, I mean, they're locked in, right? They're hunkered down in their past thoughts or past experiences. And the universe is like, listen, you want to control something? Control all that raggedy ass shit you doing within yourself. Oh, child, that was a hard message. That was harsh, Angel. It's like, no. They want to control something. Let them control themselves. Let them try to control their emotions. Let them try to control past hurt and pain. To control it is to heal it, darling. Okay. But deceit, third party, three is struggling over control. And because I'm curious, hence nosy. Look at that. More goddamn swords. The 10 and the 9. And I said 3 plus 7 is 10. I hope you can see that. The sun is right in my eyes. So I can't really see my screen, but I think you can see the 3 and the 7. Yes, you can. All right. So angels just said to me, okay, the more swords you bring to the party is the more swords you're going to get. So we have the 7, the 8, the 9 twice, the 10. So it's almost like, yeah, this thing is reaching its peak. Oh. Not only that, but the more you bring, there's a lot of fucking swords on this table. Right? There's a lot of swords. And it's almost like, listen, if you're the producer of swords, then by law of attraction, you're going to attract more swords. So if you're stressing, you're going to attract stress. Angels also said too, right, as I'm looking over here, angels also said too, change your perception. Change the way you see stuff. For some of y'all, you just see stuff through a negative filter. Is that being pessimistic? Angel said, nah, Alex, that's glass half empty, glass half full, right? It's like half empty is a true statement, just like half full is a true statement. So it's just equal and opposite perspectives. That 9 of Swords for me is usually a negative filter. So it's almost like you automatically go in, or somebody automatically looks at a situation from its detriment. Oh, well, that can't work out because A, B, C, D. Or I can't do that because I got to go get my toenails cut. I got to go. Like, so yeah, that's what those swords are. 8, double 8, double 9, and double 10 implied, right? 3 plus 7 is 10, and I have 10 here. My angels just said, I's tired, boss, as the Ace of Pentacles came out. Uh-huh. My angels just said this is like a plant or a flower that you are trying to grow and you keep watering it, right? And watering it is going to drown it. Or you keep pruning it. Pruning it is going to kill it. Or you keep fertilizing it. Fertilizing is going to burn it and kill it, right? So it's almost like you keep applying one substance, right? One substance. By the way, angels just also said too, swords take away, right? When you think about a knife will take a hole and it'll cut it in half, then it'll cut it in fourths, and then it'll cut it in maybe quarters. Fourths are quarters, dumbass. They're cool. Cut it in 16ths or whatever the next fraction is. But I feel like in this particular situation, that's exactly what's been happening. Something has been cut up and sliced and diced and fricasseed, and you know what I mean, to the point of evaporation. Now, I know cutting something doesn't evaporate it, but just go with it. But it's cutting it up to the point of non-existence. It's almost like you don't have the abundance of love and emotion because you done dried it all out or cut it all out with all these damn swords. Now the Ace of Pentacles. Anybody else watch Mighty Mouse growing up? I love Here I Come to Save the Day. Mighty Mouse is on. That's how old I am, by the way. That's what the Ace of Pentacles was. Like the God coming in. I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is almost like God coming in and showing you your current situation. Not necessarily just showing you your current situation, but showing you how you are contributing to your current situation. To a fault, possibly. There's the Emperor again. Goddamn, 7 of Swords. Ace of Cups. I really do feel like someone is having a very challenging time letting go of control. And here's why. I feel like this person loves through control. And that's how they were raised. They were raised in a very emotionally oppressive environment, right? Angels also said too, for some of you, it's almost like your parents or parental figures growing up, almost like controlling you to a point of telling you how to feel, telling you when to feel. And it's a sad part. Look at that shit. It's a sad part of parenting, especially for dads who raise like a 2-year-old to be all rough and, no, get up and go you fell down, get up, wipe yourself off. That child needs love and comfort first, right? Because now what they're going to do is grow up and abandon their emotional side, right? They're going to grow up neglecting their emotional side. All right, that's my 2 cents. I know everybody has different parenting. Ooh, child, the King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Hallelujah. Okay, all right. Can y'all see that? Yeah, kind of at a distance. We got 2 aces. Okay. I saw the 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords again. Then next to the Emperor. They're sitting next to these were on here. They're sitting next to the Emperor over here. I feel like if whomever this is, whether this is you, Scorpio, whether this is somebody you're dealing with, there's always this power struggle. And the power struggle, the reward or award is control. There's always a power struggle. Who's in control? Who has the last word? Who has the, I said what I said? Like, who owns that? You know what I mean? And there's a lot of ego here too. I'm looking at Leo here and Leo here. I have Aries here, Aries here, Aries here. This is a power struggle where both of y'all are going to lose. Y'all are both going to lose. Because here's the thing. You ever hear of those, you see those couples who cheated and I used to know people like that, where one person cheats and then the other person cheats out of retaliation, right? And then what happens is when this person, and it's just just ridiculous. When this person wants to make amends and get into it, this person is being passive aggressive, have not fully expressed all of how they felt hurt, betrayed, so on and so forth, have not forgiven the person. So now when this person makes amends, this person continues to cheat, right? To just maintain that power and control. It's like, okay, well, I'm in control. Well, now I'm going to hurt you the way you hurt me. Two wrongs never make a right. Mm-mm. 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 So you have the Seven of Swords here twice. You have the Three of Swords here twice. You got the Ten of Swords. You got the Nine of Swords here twice. You got the Seven of Cups 3 times. You got the Eight of Cups signaling bye-bye. You have the King of Wands, Queen of Wands. This is a power struggle, like at its core. And you got the poor old Strength card here saying, you know what? Somebody needs to concede like a motherfucker, right? That's the only way we ever gonna get back to a happy place and a happy pace. Somebody gonna have to concede. I'm gonna say that in an uglier way. Somebody gonna have to submit. You got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Child, good luck with that. I want to see that. Angel, I'm gonna say this may trigger some people. It's like Brad Pitt and Angela Jolie and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That time Brad was married to Jennifer Aniston and he cheated on her with, allegedly, with Angelina Jolie, and then they got married and what? Now they going through like an epic divorce. You know what I mean? So King of Wands, Queen of Wands, they're both vain, right? They're both gorgeous people. I thought Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were just too fucking good looking to be married to each other, right? I'm not gonna, and Angels just said, and Angelina Jolie had them big fish lips. Moving on. but yeah, it just feels like a red hot fiery mess. And the root of all of it is control. And it just kind of feels like it gets deeper and deeper and more hurtful and more betrayal and more deceitful and more just raggedy. And you got 777. If I was counseling these people in this situation, excuse me, I would strongly advise, number one, for them to separate. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, right? Because it's almost like all of this is just causing melee and confusion and right? It's almost like bring them two bitches apart, separate them, okay? And all of that inner turmoil now is independent of each other. And eventually each individual can start to slow down or deal with or heal from, whatever's causing that chaos. You know what I mean? So it's almost like, okay, now let's get to a point of grounding, right? I feel like y'all need to be grounded. I don't see too many pentacles other than the ace. That's where God is coming in saying, listen, the reason why this shit is all mucked up is because y'all ain't grounded. And I'm looking around the table. That is the only pentacle on the table, which is the ace from God. Y'all look at the table. You got nothing but swords, wands, and cups. Angels has said, and look at the mages. Look at the mages. How many mages do they have? You got the death. You got the emperor. You have the world. You have the fool. You have the death and the strength. Excuse me, the emperor. The death and the strength. You don't have a lot of majors here. You got the emperor twice. You have Scorpio. You have Leo. You have Capricorn and Aquarius. Capricorn is your grounder, but Capricorn is the world card, which is turn over a new leaf. Close out these 4 cycles and let's start them all over again. I have Aquarius here like, yo, I'm down whenever you're ready. So it just kind of feels like whatever this cycle shift is, whatever it is that you're currently sitting in, or you're knee deep in, or you cannot figure out, or is confusing the out of you, boy, I would put it down, go take a vacation from it, let it just die out, and then come back. So in other words, going back to that plant scenario, someone's like, listen, if you can't revive the plant, it's like throw it out and maybe start over. Because whomever, I don't know who this is, but you done killed this thing dead. Okay? I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's them. Now, again, you're Scorpio. You're transformational. The death card is on the table. So resurrection is always possible. But baby, number one, angels are saying it has to be viable, right? So in that plant scenario, it's like, is one leaf still green, right? Because we could build off of one leaf. But it's like if all leaves are brown and dead, it's like, all right, go on and get it ready for the trash. But if you have some hope here, your Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups, it takes two. It takes two, right? It's going to take two. It's going to take you both watering it, not overly watering it, not wanting to control. Well, I'll water it tomorrow. I'm going to go. It almost even feels like you were in a constant state or a situation where you're constantly trying to one up someone. Angel said the complete opposite of that is you would try to downplay. So it's almost like reduce them or show them that their significance was not as significant as you or as your significance. And that's ego. That's definitely ego. Power struggle. This is like the power struggle from hell on fire. Communication is key. You know what? When I look at all these swords, I'm like, don't even say shit, right? If communication is key, I would first say, figure out what the hell you want to say. Figure out what you want to say, write it down, send an email to yourself. Like, don't say shit right now, because it just kind of feels like y'all are sitting in this. You're sitting in the root of this. Time to give rather than take. I feel like that's a self-love card. It's time to give to yourself. It's time to, again, as you separate, ground. Take time to breathe out. Sorry, every time I look at the camera, the sun is like, hey girl, hey. Have faith in your dreams. Yeah, and I feel like, that have faith in your dreams is that the ace is here, right? The ace and the fool card is like somebody wants to start something new, or you may not necessarily know how. I mean, you both have done an amazing job at digging a pretty grave, as if, right? So it's almost like angels definitely are saying, don't try to build using a shovel. So in other words, shovels take away, shovels reduce, shovels, take out and take away. So it's almost like if you're trying to build something, yeah, you may dig something to plant something, as in plant reference, right? But it's almost like, be careful you're not using that shovel in a controlling way where all you're doing is taking away. You're shoveling it out, shoveling out, shoveling it out, to the point where you can't build nothing or grow nothing because you've removed everything in the, growth site or in this scenario. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. If the reading does resonate, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Our next Scorpio hangout is January 20th, 2024, 2 p.m. Eastern. It's absolutely free. The link is in the description box below. I love you. Have a great day. Bye.